What's up guys, T-Mart here, and Fortnite Season 6 has finally arrived. The update went live this morning. I'm currently downloading it right now. I can't wait to get into the game and bring you guys some more videos, but if you guys don't know, I'm actually down here in Grand Cayman. I'm in a hotel room, so I'm going to try to keep it down a little bit here. I'm not going to be able to be as loud and as excited as I normally am, but we've got some pretty crazy stuff happening so far for Season 6, and in this video, I just wanted to take a look at all the things that have changed, some of the updates they've made, some of the things they've vaulted, and that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to be going through in this video. Now, starting off in terms of new locations, this is the new map right here. You guys can see there are no new named locations on the map, which is kind of interesting. We had an entirely new biome that was added last season. This season, it looks like we aren't getting anything, at least so far. We do have the new floating island at Loot Lake, so if you guys didn't see the trailer, it's in the background right here. That's what's playing in the background throughout the entire video. That's the intro cutscene for this season, and Kevin has resurrected. He has lifted up the middle center island of Loot Lake, and it's now going to be floating up in the air, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we've got that. We've got some corrupted areas around the map. Those were like the dark brown spots you guys saw all around the map. These areas, I believe, are going to be very similar to the impact points from meteors back in Season 4. So there's going to be these things called shadow stones. We'll talk about them in a second, but you're going to be able to run around and pick those up, kind of like we were able to pick up hop rocks back in the past, so that should be kind of interesting. They also said there are some cornfield new areas, which is weird. There's a haunted castle, and they said that there are also more little areas that you're just going to have to, drop in and find out, and obviously the update isn't live yet, so we don't know much about that, but kind of interesting. No new, serious named locations. We've got a floating island, we've got a haunted castle, but that's about it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, moving on, talking about those shadow stones, like I said, they're going to be kind of like hop rocks in a sense. They're going to be these consumables that are found in these certain locations around the map, but they activate your shadow form. So if you guys remember, we saw that bright bomber that was corrupted in the loading screen. I think that's going to be how it is. And once you go into your shadow form, you're not able to use your weapons, but it increases your movement speed, your jump height, and you're invincible to fall damage. You can't take any fall damage. You also become invisible when you're stationary. So you can move faster, jump higher, you don't take fall damage, you can zoom around the map, or if you decide to stay still, you actually become invisible to enemy players, which, I mean, that sounds cool, but it also sounds a little bit rage-inducing, like if somebody's just sitting invisible in a bush. What's worse than a bush camper? An invisible bush camper. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. It also gives you a phase ability, which is kind of like a boost in a certain direction that you're looking, and it allows you to pass through objects. So let's say you're running at an enemy base. If you phased at it, you could actually pass through it and get to the other side of it, which is kind of interesting. And it says that this ability lasts for 45 seconds, but you can choose to exit it early by aiming down your sights. So like I said, you cannot use your weapon while in this. You can't do any sort of damage or anything while in this. You're going to be able to move faster. You're going to be able to phase through objects, and you're going to be able to turn invisible when you stop moving. I don't know, dude. This seems a little bit crazy in my opinion. We'll have to wait and see how it works out. I'm sure Epic's found a way to make it a little bit more balanced, but this is pretty nuts. Moving on, we've got some items that have been vaulted for Season 6, and man, rest in peace to the impulse grenades. I had so much fun with those things. I absolutely loved that item, but it looks like those are going to be taken out for this season. The suppressed SMG is also gone. The LMG is gone. Bouncers are gone, and remote explosives are gone. So kind of an interesting list there. Honestly, didn't really see it coming. I feel like suppressed SMG and remote explosives makes a lot of sense. The LMG, I can kind of understand. That was just kind of a backup weapon. I don't think anybody ever actually went after that thing. Nobody got excited when they found it. But the impulses and the bouncers, rest in peace, man. That's really sad. Now, in terms of things that were nerfed, not vaulted, but nerfed, the grappler was nerfed. You can now only use it 10 times, 10 shots instead of 15, but they did add momentum, and they kind of fixed some of the glitches that were around it, so that's kind of cool. Also, the double barrel damage was reduced significantly. It's not going to be nearly as good as it once was, and I feel like that's a pretty good thing. I don't know. I still hope it's really good up close, because that's kind of what made that weapon special, but it's definitely going to be nerfed in a pretty big way in terms of damage. Now, in terms of other random things that they added, we've now got custom controller bindings, so you're going to be able to actually change what each button does depending on how you'd like to make it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot more customizable. We've got console input-based matchmaking, which means if you've got a mouse and keyboard on console, you're going to be playing with mouse and keyboard players. And then also the storms have been changed a little bit, so it's got faster safe zones, so the time in between the storm movements, those are going to be quicker, but the shrinking periods have been made a little bit longer. So in general, I think it's about the same of what it was before. There's less time sitting around waiting for the storm to move and more time of the storm moving, which I think is a good move. I think it's going to keep people from camping. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's everything that changed here in Season 6 that we know about so far. And I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like that's not really a lot so far. We have a lot of new cosmetics and the addition of pets and you know, music packs and stuff like that we're going to talk about here in a second. But in terms of actual like gameplay changes, granted, I haven't been on the map yet, so I don't know how different it looks. I don't know about all these corrupted areas. There's like 7 of those around the map, and there's the castle and everything else like that. But I feel like that's not a huge change here for Season 6, and that surprises me. You know, for a while I thought we might get an entirely new map for Season 6 just because, you know, all these games are coming out in October and November, and I feel like Fortnite's going to have to do something special to keep everybody's attention. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but let's talk about the skins. So here are the Season 6 Battle Pass skins. You guys can see we've got 7 of them, and they look pretty insane. Like, this is a good-looking group compared to previous seasons, and let's just go and go through them. So on the far left there, it looks like we've got kind of like a female tomato head girl, which is cool, I guess. It kind of fits in with, you know, the new tomato temple and the tomato head guy and stuff we had last season. Then we've got DJ Yonder, the DJ llama. He's one of the very first skins you get. I think he's the very first unlock with the Battle Pass, and he looks pretty interesting. He's got a pretty cool back bling. He's got lots of colors to him and stuff like that, and I like it. You know, it's pretty good for one of the first skins. After that, we've got Dire, and oh my gosh, dude, the big bad wolf, he looks insane. He's even got some customizations to change the color of his outfit that you unlock through completing the weekly challenges, so that looks pretty sick. All the way up front, the cowgirl, I think she's unlocked at the very front as well of the Battle Pass. I get level 1, tier 1, and her name is Calamity. She's also got customizable skin colors based on the weekly challenges if you complete them. After that, to the right, we've got Dusk, which is kind of like a vampire lady. I don't know. She looks pretty intense. I'm looking forward to checking her out. Then we've got Fable, which is Little Red Riding Hood. And then finally, all the way over on the right, we've got Giddy Up, which is kind of a funny idea here. It's Spitfire with the crazy like Halloween costume on. Also, of course, in the 3 in the middle on their backs, we've got pets. So you guys can see there's a dragon on Dire, there's a dog on Calamity, and then there's like a little gecko lizard type guy on Dusk. Those are unlocked through the Battle Pass. There's quite a few of them you can get, and they react to what's happening in game. So like when you're shooting and you're pushing at people, they're going to be aggressive, they're going to be growling, stuff like that. If you're getting hit, I'm sure they're going to, you know, have surprised faces and they're going to be whimpering and stuff. And I don't know, it looks pretty cool. It looks like they're pretty much like an interactive back bling. And I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of taking back blings to a whole new level. Finally, the last thing I want to mention in terms of cosmetics are music packs. That's right, guys. You can get music packs. You can customize what music you want to hear in your lobbies and stuff like that now, which is pretty cool. So you guys can see, for example, we've got Squeaky Clean right here. Press play and floss like a boss. We've got what looks to be some sort of a Halloween music pack. And then we've also got the OG remix. Press play for a remixed taste of nostalgia. And then, of course, I mean, the Battle Pass isn't technically live yet. These are all leaked. But, of course, we're going to have all kinds of new emotes. We're going to have all kinds of new sprays, all kinds of other little things and back blings and whatever else. But these are kind of the main things that we've seen so far in terms of cosmetics. So, yeah, there you guys have it. Those are all the changes that are happening that we know about so far. I'm sure there's going to be tons of other little things here and there that are changed up, and I'm sure we're going to get weekly changes as the season goes on. But that's what we've got for Season 6 so far. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace out.